What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a new video. Today we are back in Train Simulator and we are going to be continuing our showcase of the Canadian Pacific Aldersyde subdivision made by Wet Koala. Now today we are actually going to be using the SD60 by Travel by Train once again, except we are in the Sioux Line livery today and we have the actual Canadian Pacific one trailing. And then we also have a CN SD40-2W and a UP switcher trailing. And then we just kind of have a standard manifest train. So nothing too fancy, not too long of a train today. Kind of just a very short manifest. We do have some MRL cars, which I did not realize I threw in, but I guess I did. So we do have some MRL cars and just, you know, regular standard manifest train today. So definitely should be a fun one to drive. We're actually picking up where we left off in the first video. So we are just outside on the outskirts of this city/town over here. And we are getting ready to highball. Now in the cab of the SD60, of course, it's the same exact cab we basically were in last time. And let's go ahead and release the brake. Go ahead and put that into forward. We'll put the headlights to bright. Ditch lights on. There we go. And let us go ahead and highball out of here. Very quiet horn on this locomotive. I will say that. It's a very, very quiet horn on this locomotive. Go ahead and put it in notch 2. I think we might have the independent on. Nope, we're good. Notch 3 maybe? There we go. Now we are moving. Guess it needed a little bit more time to kick in or something. I have no idea. But yes, Mopole 29. I'm not sure if we're going up or down, but we are just on the outskirts of this town here. Very weird angle down here for the window, just like in the last video. But yeah, SD60 by Travel by Train available on Steam. And we are also going to be taking a look at, I believe it's the same company, but it's an SD70M in Norfolk Southern that we'll be taking a look at here soon as well. And I do have some requests for Train Sim, some NJT stuff, some Amtrak, Metra, just a couple other things as well that are just random requests and stuff that we'll be kind of going and taking a look at here in the next couple weeks or so. But I do want to apologize to Wet Koala. I know it has been a few before we've actually showcased the last time. Or it's been a minute since we have showcased the last time. And if you guys do remember, I did post a video on where I have been. It was a TSW2, I believe it was like a Metro North. Yeah, it was Metro North. And if you guys have not seen that video, I'll have it linked in the description. But that basically describes where I have been and what has been happening in my life. I want to say for like the last year and a half. So if you guys have not watched it, like I said, it will be linked in the description down below. But going along with that video, I do want to say I am doing a lot better. I'm not as depressed anymore. I'm not as burned out. Not as unmotivated anymore. So I'm very, very happy, I'm very excited to say that I am actually getting to where I want to be in life. And I am actually happier now that I have actually met Lauren. And, but yes, so I have been in a very, like, rough slump the last, like, year and a half. And finally, I am actually doing better. So definitely a good time. Hopefully, we can start doing daily uploads and streams once again. Now that I am feeling the motivation to actually work on content and actually do stuff that doesn't include just going to work and sleeping. So, but I do got to say, though, if you guys have been following me on Snapchat and Instagram, I have been kind of, you know, posting about her a lot and stuff. And she is pretty much the main reason why I have been, you know, happier and all that. And just the fact of that we are dating and makes it 100 times better. And I actually did give her my old computer. So my old, my actually first PC I ever built, I actually gave to her. And we had downloaded some games for her that we are going to be playing together. And one of the very, 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 very cool things is that she's actually into the same games that I play on the channel. So expect to be seeing her pop up on the channel here in the next upcoming weeks as we start doing some more multiplayer stuff. Might have her be like a conductor on the train sim series, so like just kind of like ambient radio chatter or whatever, kind of make it more realistic. I'm not too sure what I want to do. She kind of brought up the idea of like kind of like running Train Simulator or like ATS and doing like a podcast style video. So that is definitely a thought in my head as well. We'll kind of do some test runs, see how it goes and all that, and I'm actually very, 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 very excited to bring her on board. I have watched her play Grand Theft Auto for, I want to say, a few days now, because I always go over there, and since I gave her my computer, she's always on it. And I gotta say, she is actually absolutely hilarious when she plays GTA, so I'm very excited to bring her on board on the channel and have her featured in various videos and streams. But yes, it's very, very crazy, honestly. I will say it's very crazy that, you know, you can go from being, you know, depressed and, you know, just down and losing motivation to do everything, and then just one person that comes into your life and just turns it all around for the better. It is absolutely crazy. It does help out, though, that we're pretty much the same person. Like, we are pretty much alike. We come from the same, like, previous relationship, kind of like the same aspect of it, but completely different terms, since she got divorced after 10 years, and mine was almost 3 years, except I wasn't divorced. I was actually almost getting married, but that did not happen, thankfully. But yes, Lauren is actually probably the perfect girl for me, I will say that. And I know I've been talking about her a lot, but she just makes me super happy. Like, she really, really does. Got this very, very weak-ass horn over here. I wonder if they have, like, a sound mod or something, or if I can figure out how to, like, change it myself, because that is very quiet. Very quiet. But, yeah, I cannot wait to see what the future actually holds for us. We're pretty much already talking about moving in together. A lot of people might tell us that's a little too soon, but we have actually been talking since pretty much December, so I don't think it is a little too soon. But then again, you know, to each his own, I guess. But it was actually kind of cool because we were talking about looking at like a 2-bedroom apartment or a house, and we are actually going to turn one room into a dual gaming room. So she's going to have her setup in there. I'm going to have mine. We're going to be like gaming together, doing some content creating together. We kind of talked about her starting her own like YouTube or Twitch channel, and she's actually down for that as well. So definitely stay tuned. I do have lots of plans for our future together, and it's going to be amazing. Hopefully going to be amazing. But yeah, nice to be back in Train Simulator. Nice to actually be back making content again. I actually don't feel like I have been the last couple months, where I've just kind of been depressed making content just to basically make content so I have something out there. I actually feel motivated again, and actually very, very, very happy to be making content again. So definitely excited for all of that. Like we're passing through some weeds or something, like a field or something over here. Now, like, what I like to do in these showcase videos is basically showcase the finished products, or like the finished portions of the routes. But he basically told me that this route is almost completed, so we are just going to kind of just showcase what you guys see out the window, kind of go through the whole route. So we are pretty much up over here right now. We started back over here where this train is. This was the train we used in the last episode. And then now we are right over here, and we do have all of this to go through. So it's probably going to be about 3 or 4 videos, depending on, you know, length and stuff. Not too sure, but yes, we are pretty much going to be showcasing the finished portions of the route, and we do have a lot of like shrubbery and stuff over here. We're not going to flag this crossing. Alright, so it looks like we are actually coming up on somewhat of a little town up ahead over here. It looks like we do have a crossing coming up. We're going to go ahead and flag that one, or do the crossing sequence and stuff. Like I said, we're going to be showcasing the finished parts of the route. I have actually been told that a lot of the route is pretty much nothing but like Canadian prairies and stuff. So I'm not going to sit here and showcase, all the prairies, because a lot of it's going to look pretty much the exact same way. Just kind of like grass and yellow grass and all of that. So we're just going to be showcasing the finished portions and giving you guys a look of what the actual route looks like that's not part of the prairies. So we do have some buildings over here. We got a siding of some sort, so probably like going to be a grain elevator or something, since we do have a bunch of hopper cars here. Not too sure. It could just be a little passing siding as well. I'm not too sure, but it is blocking our view of the town. I like how it's all the same cars too. It's kind of funny. But yeah, we do got just some houses over here. Nice little dinky little town. We got some more stuff over there. Looks like some more like houses and possibly like, yep, more houses and stuff. Very cool. And we got some stuff over here as well coming up. Oh, maybe not. Those are just cars. It looked like we had some stuff over there, but it's just vehicles. And yes, I do know I am speeding, 49 and a 45. Not too bad. Just trying to get through the route and stuff. Because like I said, majority of it pretty much just looks like this. Where it's just like shrubbery and like foliage and stuff to the sides of the tracks. So I'm not going to sit here and just go through this entire route, because a lot of it's just going to be the exact same scenery. So like I said, we're just showcasing the finished portions of the route. Okay, I see what they're doing here. This is kind of what I want to do when I get older, is just have like a house just in the middle of nowhere, like out by some trees and stuff. That is definitely what I want to do. Like, no neighbors, nothing. That sounds like my kind of living right there. We got a defect detector, it looks like, as well. It could be that's what that was in the tracks. Of course, it's rail work, so it's not going to work. Alright, so it looks like we do have some sort of little town over here to our left. Then we just have a random rail car that's random grain car that's like covered in some shrubs here. Unsure. I like how the view on this side's a lot better than the view on the engineer side. Makes no sense. We got that track that's completely covered in weeds. Unsure if that car is like being used, or if it's retired or stored or bad ordered or whatever. But the siding does connect to the main line. And we do have another crossing coming up over here, but we did have that like tiny town back over here. Gotta love it. Gotta love small town living, man. You really do. I've lived in a small town ever since 2012, and that's a big jump, moving from like Chicago down to a small town. And I gotta say, I love living in a small town a lot more than I love living out in the big cities. If I ever had to move to a big city again, I definitely would not. Like, if I had an option to, I would decline it for sure. Small town living is where it's at. Alright, looks like we do have some sort of granary facility over here. Got plenty of siding tracks for grain cars and stuff, and looks like we got a little bit more down yonder down the line there. Very cool. Let's go ahead and hop on the conductor side, take a quick look at it. Very cool. Looks like they're using like the default Canadian Mountain Pass grain cars, and probably like the default, not too sure, but yes. So this route, I believe, is available on the Steam Workshop. I'm not too sure if it's available yet, or if it's still a private download from the workshop, but once it is a final release, it will be available on the workshop. Not too sure if it will be anywhere else. I just know that it's going to be on the Steam Workshop, so it will be available to download from there. One of the things that I am noticing about this game is that I actually have been having a lot of crashes and out of memory errors once again, and I don't even have that much stuff in. So I literally have taken out all of the Steam Workshop mods and stuff, except for, you know, a couple routes and stuff. But it is still having a lot of issues, and I'm having a lot of freezing issues going into certain scenarios and certain routes. So I'm not exactly too sure. I am thinking I'm going to basically have to re-download the game again and kind of go in my routes folder, delete everything, and just kind of verify the Steam files. So only the like default DLC, not default, but like the Steam DLCs are in the game. I was about to say, I hope that semi does not try to run the tracks, because that would be very bad. But yes, I do have that, because there are quite a few routes that I do want to check out in this game. That's kind of a weird spot for the road, kind of like dips like that. Interesting. But there are quite a few routes that I do want to check out. We do have that new, on the Train Sim community, we have the Milwaukee District North Line Metro route or Canadian Pacific route that I really want to take a look at and kind of explore into. But anytime I try to open open it in the editor or just open it in general, I get to that loading screen and it just freezes. We do got some nice stuff going on over here, man. This looks nice. I don't remember this portion in the actual route before. This is nice. Should have been protecting these crossings, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm just kind of having some fun looking at the scenery here. But yeah, we got some more graineries over here. So this town has a lot of grain elevators. That's all we're going to say. But yes, I can't get it to work. It keeps freezing, so I feel like I'm going to have to kind of reinstall everything that I have, see if it works that way. I do have all the required assets for it installed in the game, so I'm not too sure why it's freezing. Might just have too much stuff or too many mods in the game. I have no idea. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Also, there are new couple different routes that we'll be showcasing. One's like a street running route. Another one, and then like two others, and then we also have one from Wet Koala called the Red Deer sub, and then a Columbia River in British Columbia subdivision as well from Wet Koala, and then we also have the Canadian Pacific Tabor sub by Mr. Black Beaver, who also developed that CP Windsor sub that we showcased a while back as well. So, and also a few Kansas City Southern ones that are on the Train Sim community. I'm having a hard time paying attention here to these crossings, but it's okay. It is okay. So we do have quite a few different routes to be showcasing here in the next upcoming weeks. Very excited to be bringing some of this stuff to the channel. Some new railroads and stuff like that, so definitely stay tuned. There is a new F40PH revamp project for the California Zephyr F40 DLC off of Steam. It features 4 different F40s. I believe a Phase 2, a Phase 3 gets revamped, a Phase 3 with ditch lights, and then an actual Phase 4 F40PH. There is a whole bunch of brand new features and stuff on or coming into that revamp project. It is not yet available. It is still in development. There was actually a teaser a couple weeks ago. It was like either a couple weeks ago or like a month ago or something. But they had actually uploaded it to the Train Sim community website. I thought it was released. I was so excited to hop in there and check it out. And it was just a teaser. So it kind of disappointed me a little bit, but it got me wanting to check it out even more. So I'm definitely hoping that that does come out soon, because we will definitely be exploring that once it does. We do have some Amtrak stuff coming up. Not going to say what we're doing, but we are going to be taking a look at some Amtrak stuff. Some more Metro stuff via the racetrack, and if I can get that other route working. So stay tuned for that as well. Do got a lot of plans. A lot of plans for this game, so definitely stay tuned. Also, if you did not know, I'm definitely old to this, but the train simulator has actually gone away from using the years. So I don't think every year we're going to get a new update to the game. So instead of it being like 2020, 2021, 2022, now it is Train Simulator Classic. So I do not think we're going to get a yearly update anymore. And the reasoning for it is what I've heard is because they don't want to get it confused with Train Sim World 2. So they made it Train Simulator Classic. And I feel like it's going to remain this game for the rest of, its time. There might be some more DLCs coming to it. I have honestly no idea. But that is where we are at with this game right now. Let's go ahead and hop back into the engineer side. Flag this crossing, and we shall have some fun with it. Alright, so since this route is a lot to cover, we're actually going to have to do this in probably another part or two. So as you can see, we are currently right here, and we are basically going to be taking it up to this Cargill grain over here, and that is where we are actually going to end this video and this portion of the showcase. And then, of course, once we get back into it, going to have a different consist. We're actually going to be going this way and possibly going to be going all the way up. It'll be a little bit of a longer video, but we are going to go up to here and basically end it in this yard over here. So still going to be showcasing the basically like the more finished portions, not just the prairies. And yes, that is what the plan is for these next couple showcase videos of this route. Looks like we do have somewhat of a tiny town coming up over here. I'm not going to protect the crossing, but we do have some sort of just a few houses and whatnot. One thing I've noticed is a lot of these towns don't have like a shop or a gas station or nothing. It's just houses, no trailers or anything like that. And we got like a dead rip track over here. Just kind of goes into the ground. Doesn't look like it actually meets. It looks like it's supposed to meet right here, but it just dead. It's a dead siding that's no longer used. But yeah, I love the smoke that comes out of the chimneys on these houses. That looks really cool. I do like that quite a bit. Alright, looks like we are coming up on another type of small town slash probably just grain elevator. I do see some buildings off to the side over here and then off to the back on the left side as well. Kind of looks like an apartment building or an office building of some sort. But this right here is the actual point of the B&J Farms. And then, of course, like I said, we're going up to Cargill, so a little bit more of a lengthy trip. But here is B&J Farms. Got a lot of houses and stuff over here. Nice little small town as well. And then we've also got, looks like a shed, a house of some sort over here. It's kind of what I want to do in the future, is have like a house like that out in the country. Very cool. Like I said, it beats living in the city for sure. So we got some apartments over here. Yeah, definitely apartments. Gotta love it. Right next to some grain silos. Very cool. No parking lot for the apartments, though. No parking lot. Oh, we got some moo-moos over here. Look at all these cows, man. Look at all those cows just grazing. That's pretty neat. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Surprised they don't have a fence over here at the tracks so they don't get on the tracks, but it looks like they just kind of sit there. Alright guys, so we are actually getting closer to the Cargill. Oh, wrong button. We are getting closer to the Cargill yard. So we are actually going to start slowing the train down here and actually coming to a complete stop. Now this route is actually very, very long. As you guys can see from start to finish, it is a very long route. So this is definitely more of a kind of like a streaming showcase more than videos, because it will take a few parts of videos. Just because I don't want to make them too long and I don't want to make them too short. We're going to go ahead and sound the horn for this crossing here, even though we can't really hear the dang horn. There we go. But yes, we are coming closer and closer into the yard here. We're going to go ahead and set the throttle into idle. Start slowing this bad boy down because we are pretty much right in the yard. And we are getting closer towards the end of this yard here. So once we get up into the next video, this is where we will start picking it up from. We'll go ahead and dim those headlights. Oh, we are actually going into one of the siding tracks. Nice. Was for sure not expecting to go into one of the siding tracks. And we are actually not going to pick up from the siding tracks. But yeah, okay. Was not expecting that, but we are just going to let that happen. So the end of the yard is right there. We're at 36% brake. And we're going to pick up probably from this main track over here. That's probably where I'm going to be picking it up from. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this other part of the route showcase. Like I said, YoAdrian is back on YouTube. Hopefully we can start doing the daily uploads. I do have plans. I did have plans to work on it tonight and all of that good stuff. And I've got some exciting news coming to you guys on Monday. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. But yeah, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you guys here on the next one. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week and a good start to your weekend. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.